What's up guys, Coyote Works here. Well, I'm just packing up camp, but a question that I get a lot, especially on my trip videos where I'm out in some really remote places solo, is what do I do if my vehicle breaks down? So there's a couple of steps to that emergency planning for me. One is obviously carrying a pretty robust toolkit. Full set of end wrenches, full set of sockets, crescent wrench, vice grips, extra wire, baling wire, electrical tape, electrical wire, you know, the list goes on with all the basic stuff. So that's the first thing, is carrying enough gear that I can repair a lot of stuff. Now, given how new my vehicle is, obviously there's a lot of things that can go wrong with it that I'm not going to be able to repair. So kind of my next level is stuff that might help somebody else get me out. So that's where things come into play, like my recovery strap, jumper cables, things like that. So that's if I can walk to another vehicle, then I can tow mine down out, or obviously if I get stuck. So another aspect of preparing for my vehicle to break down is communication. So I carry a cell phone, one ham radio, and one digital radio. And so clearly a lot of the places I go, I'm not going to have any communication with any of those devices, but there's always a chance I can pick up a repeater or something with my ham unit. So then beyond that, ultimately my major plan, or the main part of my plan, is just that I always have to be prepared to walk out. So what that means is I've always got a pack in my vehicle, and I've always got it loaded with gear that if I needed to backpack for a couple of days, I could. So really, if my vehicle breaks down, the worst case scenario is I've got a couple-day backpacking trip to get to where some other people might be. So I just call that an unplanned backpacking trip. It's not the end of the world. I just treat it the same way as if I was going on a backpacking trip. I have all that same kind of gear, food, shelter, basic emergency supplies, survival kit, medical kit, all of that stuff. So at the end of the day, if my vehicle breaks down someplace remote, my plan is just to walk out. And it's happened to me before. I've never had to walk multiple days out, but I have had to walk a good full day to get out to a road that had some traffic on it. So obviously traveling solo does have a little bit extra risk, but for me, I go so much, it's hard for me to find people to go all the time. I understand that it's safer to go with someone else. It's just that I like to go and I like to explore, and I can't always find somebody to go with me, so I end up going solo a lot of the time. But I'm prepared for the risk. So that's it, guys. That's some of my thoughts on my emergency plan. Hit me up with any questions. As always, I appreciate you guys' support and all your likes and comments on my videos. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do hit that thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me out. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Coyote Works, out.